All right, we're live. I don't know why I would even put a rolly chair in this room because it does not roll. All right, as you can see, it's still not painted. We got to share the live real quick. I have a request to go live today, so I will do it. And here we go. It said live. Hurry, we're going to be short. All right, now let's do our gratitude. We're grateful. My mother gave me a free candle, twisted peppermint, because the house smells like smokes. So, welcome in if you're here. What are you guys up to today? I'm doing a very quick live. Got some lessons to impart. I had a request. I was not going to go live today, but it was requested, so I did. Hey Hershey, how you doing? Oh, what's up with you today? You got anything fun going on? This here is my boomstick. No, it's never quick. But I actually have my brother over today and he wants to film some comedy stuff. So I told him yes, I didn't get to any editing for the vlog with me and SP and all that. SP texted me back, but I haven't texted her back. Should I text her back? Well, my thought on that is, do you feel like you should text her back? Because I would always wonder that too, as we talked about, flip the coin, wonder. Dylan James has the best term for it. If you are not mentally stable enough to be able to reply without wavering and stuff like that, you shouldn't. But if you feel natural, like if it feels natural and you're confident in yourself, then yeah, go ahead. Food shopping and helping family that lost their mother, wife, slash wife. Oh, sorry to hear that, but that's nice that you were helping them. Yeah, I was going to talk about this because I guess since all my lives are being saved anyway, and I don't know, this might help Dev right now too. I want to talk about setting boundaries. All the lives get saved, so I'm going to talk about boundaries today. But I'm also going to make a video on this too. So I don't know how it's going to play out yet. Well, I know how we always know how it's going to play out because it plays out exactly how we feel it's going to play out. I feel my SP's going to have more respect for me after this, whether it's rocky at first or not. So the thing is, this weekend I'm supposed to spend with SP, as you guys know. So the third party. You saw a third party video? Well, stop watch. Don't watch the third party videos. I already told you. Don't worry about it. There's no such thing as a third party. You're the only one she cares about. I know we all waver and we all struggle with it at times, but you're the only one she cares about. So I'm gonna talk about setting boundaries too. This is for when your SP does come back, because your SP will come back, and what you do when you like. It's a 3D reaction instead of using your mind, because I tried to use the mind at first too, but if you keep feeling inch towards it or like inspired action, I think it's the right thing to do. Because for me, as you guys know, SP and me were supposed to spend this weekend together for her daughter's birthday. We were gonna go see the zoo lights with her daughter and stuff like that. And hold on, I'm getting a text. I'll respond to that later. So anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so setting a boundary. So as you know, me and my SP were supposed to hang out this weekend. When I see a comment section, I spiral because a lot of people say that they affirm, but they still got the opposite. Sometimes you will get the opposite. I did too. Remember my story? I did everything balls to the wall, and then the very next thing I saw was third party, and then guess what? It got pushed away. I think what you need to do is stop going in the comment sections. Stop talking to people who bring up third parties. Remove everything. You are so fearful of a third party, it's not even funny. Like you are, I'm not going to say that what you're going to do, but it's like you're on a fast track for it. I mean, because you just keep harping on that. Now I know you're spiraling and you could be anxious and stuff like that. But every time I talk to you, a third party gets brought up and there's zero third party. Literally in the 3D, there is zero third party. And in mine, there was too. But if you keep thinking about it, that's what's going to do it. And then you get the fear of, oh, if I keep thinking about it, then it's going to happen. And you have to break out of that cycle. That's why I'm telling you, What did me and Hashan tell you yesterday? Do your push-ups and focus on working out and building yourself up. That seemed like something you were interested in. So go to the gym and build your body. Find some other hobbies where you're not thinking about SP. Build up your confidence and look at yourself and say, who else but me? And then when you get to that point, then I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when your SP does come back. So back to the story of I was supposed to hang out with my SP this weekend. And this is a bit of a 3D reaction, but it's also drawing a line in the sand. I let my SP get away with murder pretty much. She's done a lot of things that I don't like, a lot of disrespectful things to me. She said a lot of bad things to me. And I always go mentally in and revise it, and then she changes and becomes a better version and stays like that. I get anxious. I'll watch certain videos or read comments, just like we were just talking about, Dev. And then sure enough, or like when I read enough emails and I'm going through and coaching people, sometimes certain things or triggers will pop up in my reality, spiral me a bit, and things like that. Things were going good with us this week, and then all of a sudden I brought up today, hanging out this weekend. I get out of work at 10 p.m. Friday. I have to go back 6 a.m. on Saturday, but I told her she could just sleep at my condo here and let herself out, lock up, or I'll leave the keys with her or whatever, because I'm going to hang out with her as soon as I get out of work anyway. So let's spend the night together. And she's like, I already told you I'm going out with my friends that night, and maybe we'll see each other after that, depending, point blank, period, or some shit like that. And the way she put it all in caps too, with an attitude, and she goes, and I like Sundays for my lazy day to be alone, and on Saturday, I don't know, we'll see if I sleep over. So, yes, you could go revise it, you could do all the manifesting things, but at the same time, too, you have to set something sometimes three-dimensionally, or either one, walk away from a situation like that. Two, if you think it's worth fighting for, just go really strong into your mental diet and stuff. Or three, just stand up for yourself, because in a way it is like a bullying and pushing you around. So then I chose the third option, because I usually just go mental diet, revise, whatever seems to change. And what I told her is, I'm like, look, I give you a lot of respect. I'm always nice to you. When you don't like something, you go and do that. Sometimes I do get annoying. As we know, all of us who are in this SP journey are usually people who are desperate in a way, so we will latch on to someone and we're going to keep messaging them or getting anxious and stuff like that and piss them off. And I said, when I do that and you snap at me, I understand, and I'll never correct you. I'm like, here, I needed a suggestion for the weekend because you put the planning and like left the planning up to me. So I just made it clear to her. I said, look, I love you, but I love and respect myself more. So if you're going to talk to me like that, you're not going to talk to me like that, basically. I said, you're not going to talk to me like that. I said the whole audio recording was like 9 minutes where I just kind of lectured her. I'm like, listen, you're not going to disrespect me that way. When I give you nothing but respect and love and patience for you to heal from whatever you had before, and this is me talking to all 3D circumstances instead of using the law. I've used the law to change it back, like I said. But here I just kind of just laid it all out. Look, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to, I know I'm younger than you. In my case, she's 15 years older, if there's anyone new. I know I'm younger, but I'm still a grown-ass man. I still do shit. I handle my own business. I plan stuff. I take care of you like a grown man takes care of a grown woman. I'm like, everything about us is a relationship, even though you don't want to put a title on it. You're claiming not to talk to anyone else. I don't talk to anyone else. But if I'm your man and I treat you like my girl, you are not going to talk to me that way, where you tell me, yeah, point blank, this is how it is, and snap at me for no reason for just making a suggestion because you didn't like the way it did instead of just coming at it normal. And then that was, I guess, in a way, a reaction to what I did, because I sent it. It took me like an hour to send it because I was trying to rephrase it correctly, and I wanted to get the right points out because they're all things that have been on my mind for a while. So it's almost an inspired action too, because I want to get all that out. I go and look on Instagram. She posted a story about the heart and brain fighting, and it was something about like, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to try again. Basically, not going to open your heart up. So I sent her another, and I was like, listen, I'm sorry that if it came off wrong, because I'm like I told you, I love you and all this stuff, but I don't want it to come off wrong, but I don't want you disrespecting me either. And like, I would never disrespect you or snap at you for something. If you said something annoying or something that bothered me, I would calmly, like an adult, tell you. Granted, you're 15 years older, but I'd be mature and answer to you calmly, hey, I don't like the way that went down, or I don't like that plan, let's try to revise it. I wouldn't snap like that. And I could be annoying at times too. I told her I understand her point at times. So, um, Basically, I laid all that out, and then I saw a thing, and I said, "Hey, look, if you feel like you can open." So it's almost like this seems like a whole negative thing, but I'm very relaxed because in this negative thing where everyone else will perceive it as a fight, an argument, butting heads, um, stuff falling apart, or like, "Oh, what is she gonna do?" It's like, no, I set a precedent that I'm not gonna be disrespected. I'm not gonna be talked down to. I'm gonna keep loving and respecting you the same. I expect it in return. If not, I even said this part too. I said, if not, as much as I love you, I will walk away. That's where the power comes in too, because you know your master manifestors, you can walk away, they're gonna come back. So I said, if not, I will leave. I know we started a vlog together. I know we did all this other stuff, but I just said I know we went through a lot of stuff, but I will walk away because I do have enough respect for myself. Maybe at one point I'm like that Nick that chased you around and everything. I'm like that guy's gone. I'm like I know my worth. I know your worth to me. I want to see you. I want things to work out. But if they don't, I will step back. I don't care. And that's the message I left her with. And I'm at the point too where I'm not just saying that message. If she does leave, she leaves. And then in which case we'll just revise that vlog channel to Nick's Adventures, and I'll go around meeting all the clients and members of the channel. But I don't need to worry about a plan B or anything because plan A is fine. So I leave her alone with that, where it's like, okay, I left her that around like 9:30, 9 o'clock. And then around 10:30, after I got off work for about a half hour, I sent a quick snap thing where I look her dead in the eyes like this, very like calm, and tell her, I'm like, look, you were with a shitty dude before. You're mad because he's with a younger girl who's actually really hot, which is what I heard. And I was like, well, you're with a younger dude now who's really good looking. I'm like, she's a baby mama. He's got to deal with two kids that aren't his. Granted, I'm kind of in the same situation, but all the kids are my age and the grandchild's not mine. So I'm in a weirder situation. But I told him, like, in a way, you upgraded. You're doing better than him. So don't worry about it. And I look right in the camera like this. So I sent her a snap like that. But first thing, the whole point is, stand up for yourself in the 3D. You don't have to be pushed around. That's part of this self-concept and building yourself up. If the person walks the fuck away, we manifested them back, at least in my case, 6 times. You walk away again, I'll see you in another couple months if I really want you. If not, I know I'm gonna get something better. And it's at that point, I mean, yeah, I ordered her Christmas gift. Yeah, we started a vlog together, all that stuff. Yeah, I was gonna take her out for her daughter's birthday this weekend. Because I even told her, I'm like, well, we'll get together Friday, hook up, have some fun, watch some movies, eat junk food after you have some drinks with your friends. I had some drinks with people at work after I get out, and I'm like, get together over here, chill out, have sex, you stay here, leave out the coffee stuff for you, and leave you $100 to go get your nails done and whatever you want to do in the morning. And I'm going to go do what I got to do at work, and I'll see you after. And then somehow that sparked a snapping response. But if I would have stayed calm, I'd see, yeah, there's something else on her mind that was bothering her. Either way, set some ground rules for yourself and some respect for yourselves. That's the point of it. Let's see. I had an argument with my friend about the law, and he was like, if it was real, everyone would have been rich and life wouldn't be that hard, lol. I said, it's because the population has a poor mindset. Yep, pretty much. The whole world is so conditioned. It's the Matrix. There's very few of us that are breaking out of it, but more people, I think, slowly. My TF triggered me. What is TF? TF. Hershey, I don't know what TF is. I got out the spiritual. All she had to do was face herself by facing me, and she couldn't do it, and she threw everyone else in her life down the rabbit hole. All right, I think I'm thrown off because I don't know what TF is. You did the right thing. She has to hear you out. Yeah, exactly, Doug. Found out her deceased bro was taken out by the MC, and I had to go through avenues of finding stuff where it feels like, what else? Hershey, I'm kind of lost and confused in the story. Oh, twin flame. Okay. So you said your twin flame triggered you bad. So twin flame, if I understand correctly from my spiritual law learning, is not necessarily an SP or a romantic partner. Twin flame could be someone who you're friends with only. That's what I heard the other day. All she had to do was switch herself to me and grab a hole. Found out her deceased bro was taken out by the MC, meaning motorcycle club, and I head through avenues of finding out stuff where it feels like what else. So I'm confused by the situation though, Hershey. Is it a question or a statement? I manifested SP and you also manifested your SP, period. Yeah, if we're going to use the word period at all for anything, it's going to be that, not we'll find out about Friday, period. Hey, yeah. Actually, I was not going to go live tonight, but you convinced me earlier because I know you said you were kind of down in the dumps, so we're here to build you up. And I'll probably be on for like another 15, 20 minutes or so. Just, I was waiting for you too. That's what I was waiting on because I knew that you requested it today. I was just going to do 2 of them tomorrow instead, but I'll just do 1 tomorrow and then 1 today. Twin flame, 1 soul, 2 body incarnations. Okay, I get it now. No. Mexican card. Oh. Okay, yeah, I was very thrown off last story. Can I assume that my SP is my twin flame? I guess so. I never paid attention to twin flame before. I mean, I've heard the term, but I've never done anything. Same energy and chakra system. See, that gets more deep into my law knowing or spiritual knowing, because my spiritual stuff is just the law. I understand this. I'm intrigued by everything else, reincarnation, all that other stuff. I'm intrigued by it. I'll listen to it, but I don't pay attention to it. It complicates things too much. Thank you. It's been an unusual low few days. What's causing the unusual lowness? Yup. No reason, or is it no reason or a reason? Let's turn whatever reason it is on its head or get you motivated. Also, does anyone have any ideas for stuff? Oh, and we completed this stuff. Twin flame is you. You can get rid of them fully. You can't get rid of them fully ever. We split at the soul. I'm sure that for me, see, here's where it gets confusing why I ignore all that stuff. I'm not saying you should ignore it or you have to. But see, everything is soul level. Yeah, I understand those concepts and I believe it to a degree. But I also believe too that everything is true and everything is untrue at the same time. But see, this is where someone like bringing stuff up like that, Dev, I don't want you to listen to any of that stuff because you're already thrown off and ask a lot of questions and you've got so many more questions of the law instead of just applying it. Almost like Neville says, be ye doers of the word and not only hearers. You study and understand and look into the law a lot, but not necessarily doing it. So now you're going to hear something like that, and I already saw, and I know the question you're going to ask already. If the twin flame is you and you can't ever fully get rid of them, and you split at the spiritual level, it's going to go along the lines of, well, I thought everyone was you pushed out, and so it was only that person you pushed out. Don't worry about it. Then I want my other half back because I don't like them. I want SP, not T. Yeah, see, right away, Dev, don't even worry about any of this. This is all too, like, you don't need to know twin flame. You don't need to know spiritual stuff or soul level. You just need to focus on the law. And Dev, you already know the law. It's just the thing of applying it and being patient. Hey, brother, hitting my self-concept hard. I know my SP is on her way back. Thank you for your encouragement. Circumstances don't matter ever. No, Robert, they don't ever matter. And yes, she's on her way back. In fact, she's already here. You already have your SP. That's the mindset we want to get in. So every day you're waking up thankful that you have your SP, having inner conversations with your SP, going to sleep with your SP every night. If you're getting in the mood to do something sexual, you're picturing your SP. It's weird, but that works. I do that. Yeah, no, Hershey, not to like discourage it. I would love to have that chat, but for people who are new, it's just too much for them right now, I think. There you go, Dev. Yes, she's already here. Just been really discouraged overall. Well, don't be discouraged overall. Let me try to think. How are we gonna pump you up? Besides just saying don't be discouraged overall, because that's too general and I feel like that's not gonna help. Try to tell a success story. What was the success story I just read from? Actually, I'm very surprised. She asked me not to use her name, so I'm not going to use her name. But we have a viewer of the channel who told me her success story, and I wish I could remember because I have to talk to her again, which method she used. Basically, she had already manifested her SP back once or twice, and the person, I want to say, so we have a viewer, so you might get confused. One of the viewers who is frequently here that I talk to is Inez, but it's not the same Inez. I believe she said that there was a teacher on YouTube named Inez. The viewer had an accent, or the person from here, she has an accent, so it was kind of hard for me to understand. So I believe she said the YouTube coach she was watching before me was named Inez, and she used her method to get her SP back, and then self-concept wavered, some stuff like that, then lose her SP, and I want to say it was October. She was here on this channel, and I have to ask her again which method she used from the channel. I want to say it was the sleep technique, but I also want to say it was eavesdropping too, because I know I mentioned it before. I have to talk to her again, and anyway, it's not, I mean, this video will stay up, but I want to record an actual video for it. But we did have a success story. She told me her success story that she has her SP back now, and he was out of her country, and he's going back to her country as of actually today. I haven't heard from her today, which means she was not checking with me, which means he's made it home and probably with her. I think while I've been sick, gave me too much time. Yeah, when you're sick, and actually, same viewer told me actually that was how she lost her SP the first time. Was she wound up spiraling because she wound up catching COVID and fuck, I can't say that word on YouTube. All right, I hope they didn't notice it. She caught the C word virus on, I think she said it was like in February or whatever, last February, and spent 2 weeks in her room. And in there, she had nothing to do but think. And when she was thinking, she wound up manifested losing her SP. I didn't know the twin flame was real until I saw her, so it's still new to me anyway. Yeah. See, I know about it, and I heard about it. I actually just heard 2 days ago what twin flame was from, I always heard it, I just assumed it was like SP, or just someone who you really vibed with, and they just said, oh yeah, it's my twin flame. I actually heard on the Unwaxed podcast with Stallone's daughters, they talked about it, and she described it being exactly her, and like the girl, like, basically it's exactly like her. YouTube is crazy. Why can't you say the word? For political reasons. Oh yeah, Dev, you're in America too, so yeah. You already know that C word was used for too much on both sides for politics, and everybody knows which way all the social media platforms lean. So anyone who mentions it, unless you're mentioning it only, actually people who mention it even in the context that they're promoting it in, I'm not saying anything bad, I'm just saying, I don't want to get into it, because not a soulmate. Yeah, soulmate, so soulmate's different too. See, I always thought soulmate, twin flame, SP were all the same thing. But as you know, here in the US though, you have to watch what you say. There's a lot of things I have to watch what I say. I keep getting banned on TikTok, not on the manifesting version, because I haven't made any manifesting videos on here. But I keep getting banned on TikTok on the comedy account for stuff I don't even know I say. They said I was bullying. I was making fun of myself. And I got a 7-day suspension for bullying, and I appealed it, and they said, no, it's still bullying. So you can't make any self-deprecating jokes, any jokes about other people, any political jokes, and the social media platforms, and then just our country in general are like that. I've talked to a couple of viewers from other countries who were very surprised by how the US is. Anyway, not to be political, I don't align with either of the parties. I align with free thought, which they don't want you to have. I'm surprised that they don't ban manifesting stuff. That's how you break the matrix. Just like Dev said earlier, so many people are having poor thoughts. Because that's just how we're raised in society. What was the one line I was told? You'll always be one of my workout partners back in the days. That's what guys like us, we're always going to be poor and working for someone else. That's what we're made for, people in our neighborhoods. I refuse to believe that. I'm still working for someone else, but pushing my way out of it. Yup, how you feeling? I've read Twin Flames are less about someone, more about designating a meaning towards someone who arouses the intent triggers that are ready to be addressed. Another assumption that can be changed. Yeah, I believe that too. See, it's all that stuff. It gets too all that stuff. It gets too in depth. Like I like this to keep my spirituality and spiritual thoughts and law very simple. So stick to this. Don't ask too many questions. Even in here, it's already complicated. It's the simplest thing and the most complicated at the same time. I was told I can never give that. I was told I can never get the girl I want. Only the girl has to choose me. F that nonsense. Yeah. No. You can get whatever you want in this world. All you have to do is just think from the end. You already have it. Oh, did I tell this one yesterday? I think I told it already because yesterday was the day I got that gift card where I was visualizing trying to get 10 grand every night. And I would keep falling asleep around $500 and I've manifested about $500 in the past 3 days. Yeah. Yes, getting sick just gets you stuck. I know when I was sick recently, I never get sick, but I took care of SP and didn't get sick, but then a couple days after taking care of her, I did. And I was there for her the entire time she was sick, but then when I was sick, she wasn't there, so that added to the negative thoughts and spiraling. I wanted a free iPhone 13 Pro. I never got it, but that's okay. Well, see, you got no attachment to it. It's similar with the SP thing, and that's where you need to get to, where you don't care if you get it or not, and then you will. But if you're trying to get that, it's like, actually, other stuff right here. So I got the fake money. You could tell not from here because of the Chinese writing, but the rest of it looks like a regular $100 bill, and I think this is 10 grand worth. So I get the weight, the feel. It does feel like an actual dollar. This is all prop stuff for film. But then I'll sit there and it's like bang, bang, bang. Count it in your hands as you're doing it, feeling like it's real. Get used to that in the 3D, and then as you're going to sleep, picture the money, the weight, the pull, bang, 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 and you'll manifest it. So same thing with the iPhone 13 Pro. Just hold it in your hand and picture what you would do with it and say, I'm so grateful I have it. Manifesting is the same thing for everything. It's relaxing and being patient. When you are, it's like you get rewarded for that and it actually comes faster and easier. I think I'm going to stick on for like another 3 or 4 minutes, guys. Like I said, I was going to pop on real quick. I wanted to try and motivate. Yup. How you feeling? How would you go about manifesting SP if you got ghosted and are still hurt by the rejection? I mean, I've done it. I have manifested the SP back from that. Patience is number one. Not caring and revising it to begin with, too. So I would say, don't tell that story anymore. You didn't get rejected. You have the SP. So you're going to sleep every night as if you were already with her or him. I don't know what's your name in here. KH. Okay, so with him or her, you go to sleep with that feeling. You don't think about the rejection. And, if you're hurt, forgiveness. That's big, too. In this book, the pages aren't there because I burned them. But when I was hurt by everything my SP did, I wrote a letter forgiving her. I wrote a letter forgiving myself for creating the situation. Burned both, took a deep breath. I had a cigar, a couple drinks, and relaxed myself. Went to sleep with a good feeling and thankfulness and all that stuff. And that was part of the process of forgiving. And I was patient. I went balls to the wall on my techniques, and my SP was back. So, yes. And I'm actually, I was thinking today, right after we talked about setting boundaries earlier, and I'm sure if you rewatch this video, you'll see the part about boundaries, but how I set the boundary with my SP when she said something very disrespectful to me today. And I said, I would never say something like that to you. I would never, start a fight or snap at you for no fucking reason, like the way you just did, which she frequently does at times when she's bothered by other stuff. So instead of me like hearing her out, this is a long story short, instead of me hearing her out or waiting, it's just like kind of like after so long, it's like, okay, you know what, that's gonna stop right now. I get I can manifest, I've manifested patience and revise it, but I'm gonna lay down the stuff right now. Listen, you're not gonna talk to me like that. If I don't have you in my life, I don't have you in my life. Don't matter. We've done a bunch of cool shit together. I'd love to continue. But if you're gonna be like that, I have enough. I love you, but I have enough love and respect for myself to walk the fuck away if someone's gonna disrespect me like that. Same thing I did with my group of friends. But I actually got a very calm feeling because I think things are still fine with SP. Because I believe that like that setting the boundary is gonna like put her in check, where she's not gonna act like that no more. So anyway, yeah, I went from being rejected by her, and what did I do? I forgave her, I forgave myself. Same thing with tonight. I'm going to write down and forgive her, or actually, I don't even really use the book anymore. It's all mental. I already forgive her for snapping. I understand that I saw some stuff reflected. I went and actually sent her another message because she posted something about stuff being on her mind. I said, look, I'm sorry if you took that the wrong way, too. I knew she was sleeping already when I sent those messages, but I said, um, I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. Trying to tell you that I would like you to respect me the way I respect you. And at the same time, I could tell something's on your mind and bothering you, which could lead to the snapping. So I'm sorry if something's bothering you. I'm here for you, this and that. So that's how you, I mean, just learn to forgive. It's hard, very hard, but you can do it. I'm frustrated that when you're attached, it won't come. But I'm someone who is specific with interests, and once I want something, I do become attached. Seems unfair being decisive, and is the thing that is hindering my manifestations. Well, one, you can be attached. I am too. It's not suffocating the desire, or when I really wanted something, like I was obsessed. I would call the word obsessed with my SP. I was writing in my book every day. I was doing the mental diet hard. I was doing everything I needed to do. So there was an obsession, and I was manifesting from. They say you need high self concept. I manifested from low self concept. They say you have to be happy, positive, and all this stuff. I was negative, depressed, and all that stuff. I was just using visualization. So don't so if they say, oh, you can't, you have to be detached. I wasn't detached. I was very much attached and obsessed, but I was able to back off and relax enough to like whatever. The only thing for detachment is is I accept all realities. I accept I might not see my SP or get my SP, but I choose that I also will get my SP. So it's accepting all the realities. That's like the detachment. You don't care what happens either way, even though, but your subconscious and your heart and your mind, and your soul and your higher you all know what you really want. So they'll do everything they can, but this is that just that release. Because when you are so attached to want something, you're coming from wanting, 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 and you don't want to be wanting, you want to be having. So that's the whole point of this, is the law of assumption. You are assuming you already have what you want. But what you're doing is watching techniques, learning, pushing, trying to figure it out, and all that stuff. We want you in the state. Dev, yes, that's the one way. Hold on. My friends are worried about me, and they are saying I should go to a mental hospital because I told them I am with SB, even though they know I am not currently in the 3D. She has seen your has she seen your text? No, I don't think she has. Um, no, I quadruple texted and sent a snap. I don't fear double text. I don't fear none of that stuff. I send whatever my heart desires because I have the affirmation I cannot mess this up no matter what I do. Everything I do is always right. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Yeah, I guess that's one reason why I gave up on the original SP. I gave up my original SP too, but you're all right. So that's the thing too. Neville warned about this. You don't want to. That's why you don't tell people what you're manifesting. You hold it in your mind in the 3D, and you don't worry about if you tell people in the 3D, the actual 3D circumstances. I used to acknowledge and joke about and make fun of my own 3D circumstances, of the rejection, of her leaving, of her fucking someone else or whatever. I would do that in 3D, but in my heart, my mind and my soul, which is the only real reality, is in here. And it's very hard because, whoever you tell this to, they're going to think you're fucking nuts. So don't tell people about it. It's not your job to teach them. It's not your job to get them to conform. It's not your job to do any of that stuff. It's your job to live your life in your own way that you like. And why I'm also telling you too, Dev, it feels like you're very obsessed and attached and focused on this. And now, because other people are calling you out, saying you should go to a mental hospital and stuff like that, you are now coming from ego and trying to prove them wrong. And you have a lot riding on this. Relax, go to the gym, get some more hobbies, focus on you. The SP will come. The universe is not going to forget your desire. SP is not going to forget you. Nothing is going to get forgotten or pushed away. Trust me, as someone who's been there and done this, your SP is not going to forget you. You are not going to get pushed away. The universe is not going to forget your desire. Your subconscious is not going to forget your desire. But you need to focus on other things and stop telling people what you are manifesting. Neville has a whole chapter about this. Not telling others your desire, because it brings in other. Granted, we are the God of our reality and stuff like that. And all this stuff does sound nuts. And I even know when I'm teaching the stuff that it sounds nuts. And when I'm telling myself the stuff, it sounds nuts. And sometimes I think I'm crazy, but I've seen it work. Stop telling people. Stop worrying what other people are thinking about it. React to 3D normally. If they're saying, oh yeah, you got rejected, and you joke about the rejection too, it's not going to contradict and destroy your desire. It doesn't, because I've done it. Whatever you believe is your reality. Why do you think I could send her a quadruple text, where one where I'm checking her, and the other one where I'm telling her? And that one was a voice memo, then I sent 2 paragraphs, and another voice memo, and a little snap thing. Sounds obsessive, but it's like, look, I'm telling you exactly how I feel. I'm telling you what I want you to do, what I'm going to do for you, and like all that stuff. And I'm not trying to make an argument or a point. It's just me talking from the heart. And she knows that. And I trust that whatever I say is fine. And if it's not fine and it doesn't work out, my self-concept's high enough that I could go get whoever I want. Or if she's got to walk away for a bit and come back, she'll come back if I truly desire her. But if she walks away again, honestly, I'm at the point where my self-concept is so high. Walk the fuck away. Thank you. I appreciate everything. I love you. Thank you for getting me on this path of manifesting. Thank you for introducing me to everyone. And if you walk away because my self-concept isn't high enough or whatever situation, I'm just not even manifesting back at that point. Not from ego or nothing like that. I'm going on to the next thing I want. So that's where my mentality is. That's where I want all your mentalities too. It's nice to see you too, Amara. Detached from old story. That's what that means. Not the desire. Yep. Let go of the old crap. Exactly. But then I realized that I affirm it will become reality because my dominant thought reflects my world. Yep, it does. So your dominant thought's going to reflect your world. So only what you think and focus on in your own mind matters. It's not your job. What do you benefit by when you convince your friend that the law is real or that she's your girlfriend? You get absolutely nothing, because it doesn't convince her she's your girlfriend. It doesn't do anything in the 3D. They might just be bullshitting you. Your mind and imagination are the cause of reality. I used to think it was fucking crazy and blasphemous hearing Neville say that until I did it. Never give up. Stop looking for it. You already have it. Yes, that's the point I'm trying to make, Dev. Stop looking for it. You already have it. The things I want are just normal things like a new home, a car, more money, enjoy life better. And it seems like there's a huge block right now for things that should already be easy. Well, first off, yep, that belief in that thought is dangerous, because that's already an affirmation towards it. So even though it's contradictory or hard to do, maybe flip that around. All those things are easy to get. You already have them. Yeah, and like Dev says, there are no blocks. Get rid of all your blocks. Yes, Robert, 100. I don't know why I keep thinking that if I go live my life, what if she finds someone from where she lives? Okay, so I've had that problem too, Dev. If I went about and lived my life, well, guess what? I was worried about that, so I spent all summer, and every time we broke up, I have to like sit around and meditate and do all this stuff. And guess what happened? Who was with other third parties, or who was getting digged down by someone else? And who, when found out about it, was torn absolutely apart because he could have been cleaning up and getting ass himself. So if you want to go get ass yourself from someone else, go do that. If you want to go focus and build your own thing, because guess what? Eventually, I sat and cried about it for like 2 weeks. Then I lost my grandma, and that fucking woke me the fuck up. because she didn't want me with her anyway. And a lot of stuff started falling apart for me. And it's like, okay, what do I like to do besides this? I have a life outside of SP. If I was with SP, I would have a life outside of it. So then I start manifesting what I want to do, which is make films and comedy stuff. And that led me to doing this channel and all this other stuff. So you have a life outside of SP. What are you going to do? Like, if it takes it, like Neville says, we don't know how long the bridge is. I don't believe it takes a year or 2 or 3 or whatever, especially with SP stuff. It seems to happen quick. But you could affirm and do all this stuff without it. And well, guess what? When you're doing stuff for yourself, you're building your confidence. And when you go to the gym and you, like you said the other day, you couldn't do any push-ups and we were telling you to do push-ups. Go do the push-ups. Imagine when you get to doing 50 or 100 push-ups at a time, you got a lot of confidence right there. Look at what you did. You progressed. You can look in the mirror and say, man, my SP's going to be proud. Pop your pecs. You're going to be proud of this. Oh, she's lucky to have this guy. It makes it very easy to manifest when you start doing things for yourself. So don't put your life on hold. I'm telling you that from experience. Do not put your life on hold for SP. She's not going anywhere. The universe does not forget your desire. Trying to manifest a completely new circle of friends. Cut off my old friends as they don't align with my new version of myself. How do I manifest these new friends while feeling lonely? All right, KH, very hard to, not very hard. I keep saying very hard to do. I know from where you are right now at that mindset, yes, it can be very hard to do. I've been in that position before too. And you want to know what? I don't leave. I go to work. I go home. And I go to the gym. I don't talk to anyone. I go to the gym. I don't talk to anyone. I go home and go to the gym, or go to the gym and go to work, and that's it. I don't talk to anyone in either of those places. Well, when I buckled down without the SP stuff, I was like, I do want a new group of friends. I want people who share my enthusiasm for film and passion for film and comedy and stuff like that. And then I start this channel, you know, just like I said, I started this channel just to see if I could help some people here and there, but I didn't expect it to even be where I'm doing what I'm doing now. Next thing you know, I'm talking to a viewer of the channel a couple days ago. She studied film and acting and stuff like that, and wants to do projects and is looking for stuff, and she was looking to meet like-minded spiritual people who are in that community of acting and filmmaking and stuff. And me and her start talking, and boom, right off, I made that friend. Another person from another person from the channel who's actually the success story I referenced earlier, was big into stand-up comedy and laughed at jokes that would bomb on stage for me usually when she asked me to tell some of my jokes on a call. And obviously that went over the coaching time just because she wanted to hear it. It was a little side thing. But it's like, so you never know where the friends are going to come from. Just start feeling and being that friend to yourself. Like for me, it's like, okay, if I had that group of friends, what would we do? I'll be writing skits, and it's like I'm writing skits and scripts that involve multiple people that I don't have in my life. And all of a sudden I start meeting people through here. You never know. Like my dad always said, when you least expect it, expect it. So just have faith you're going to find them. I don't want her to be with anyone. Meanwhile, I work on myself. I don't want a negative bridge of events like that. Okay, then affirm you're not going to have a negative bridge of events like that. See, the thing is, you're so worried with controlling each and every minute detail. Even if that stuff happened and you didn't know about it, it won't bother you because what you don't see didn't happen. So don't assume what didn't happen. Assume that if you go to work on yourself, nothing's going to happen. I'm telling you, the universe does not forget. You're going to waste and regret later. What if you get your SP and, like Neville said, turns out to be the biggest piece of shit ever? And because like you said, your SP is in another country. I don't know if you've met or dated your SP before, but what if you meet, I feel like you haven't and it's someone new, but what if you get your SP and she's not what you wanted? Then all that time wasted. I'm not negatively manifesting for you. I'm just telling you, live your life. Yep, that's the whole reason why I manifested this SP back pretty much, was just to prove it again. Just have faith in yourself and your desires is yours. Yes, exactly. Amara is 100% right. Dev, also, you're answering all the questions for other people and agreeing. You know all the points. You know how to manifest. You've studied it. You know it. You've listened to me. You've listened to a bunch of other people. Be ye doers of the word and not only hearers. You're walk in faith. It's like walking in faith is going out and living your life and doing stuff that you love and finding passions and hobbies and stuff like that. It's like the Bible thing when Jesus got off the boat and walked on water and told who was it? I think it was John or whatever to follow him, and he didn't have full faith in it and fell and sank and started drowning. So have the faith and walk on the water. Right, because all of this quit working out well. But I'm skinny, fat, and I'm still cute. Yup, you can manifest love in general if you want. Yes, you can. See, fucking Dev, you know all the answers. So be ye doers of the word, not only hearers. You need to do some self-concept, a lot of it. I think we all do. We're always guilty of not doing enough, even myself. Yeah, the holidays are very hard. I mean, I lost my SP on the holidays last year, and it was a reflection of losing the first SP the year before that. Around the same time, the story almost mirrored it exactly, and I kept thinking, what if it mirrors it? And it did. You need to remember you are in control of this world and you are giving your power away. Yes. So, yeah, that's another thing. That's a good point, Nicole, too. Stop giving your fucking power away to someone else. It's yours. It's your world. I moved on from any SPs altogether. I just want to elevate my life now. And being down on love is actually why I'm a little sad. Yeah, first of all, too, yep, you're never alone. You got the Mystic family community here. That's why I came on and I'm doing this 46-minute thing. I was only supposed to be on for 30 minutes, but we're on here because we're going to try and pump you up. And as you know my email. It's in the thing. Send me an email if you need to talk because I'm going to jump off in a couple minutes because, like I said, I got my brother here and we're going to work on a project. It's getting late and I got to get to work early tomorrow, too. But I came on here because Yep requested it. She needed some motivation. So I thank you, everyone who came in here. And obviously, it looked like Dev needed some motivation, too. Thank you, Nicole, as always, for dropping wisdom. Who else was here? Amara, lovely to see you as always. Dropping wisdom as well. Robert, I hope we're able to help you. KH, I hope we helped you. And I think that's pretty much everyone who's commented. Scrolling back through. Hershey, thank you for stopping in. I don't know if Hershey stayed. Hershey usually stops in at the beginning of all of these. I don't know if she's still here. Exactly. So, I hope Yup's doing good. I hope Dev's doing good. I hope you're all doing good. I'm going to jump off in about 3 minutes now. We'll call it at 50. I threw an extra 20 minutes on. Thank you, Mystic. Means a lot. Came out and said, no problem. Yeah, I saw your message, and I was like, damn. I'm like trying to get ahead on some other things, but I'm like, okay, I got to jump on real quick, at least 30 minutes. But we went 50. Thanks a lot for being here with us and motivating us. No problem, guys. I really hope it helps. If you got any topics on other ideas, send me an email at mysticmanifesting@gmail.com or drop a comment down in this video because I'm going to leave it up after, or in one of the other videos, or follow me on Instagram. I still got the sheet here. If you want to follow me and talk to me on Instagram, it's flex_Lassiter, Lassiter. I would appreciate it if you follow me in SP's vlogs. On TikTok, we are Life of Lily and Nick, all underscores between each word, or Lily and Nick here on YouTube. YouTube's got the bigger videos. That's got the little shorts, but I also throw the skits on there. If you want to laugh, maybe you find my comedy good, Flex Entertainment 1 on TikTok or Flex Entertainment here on YouTube. I'll leave that there if you guys want to screenshot any of this. It looks backwards to me, but I think it's right for you guys. So if you want to screenshot that and see, you'll smile with it. But I hope all that stuff helps you guys, and thank you everyone for coming in. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys do keep me going, and I do prioritize this channel over everything else. I mean, I had to edit stuff for the vlog with SP, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And then just setting my boundaries with her today made me just turned off to the idea at all. And I'm like, who's here for me always? You guys, and why I'm always here for you guys, because you're here for me. There's 17 people here. I know, yeah, well, Amara, I wasn't going to get on. Every time I say I'm going to get off, we go up to like 17 or 18 people or whatever. We need to, it seems like around an hour, that's when it happens. Like around an hour is when I always start getting ready to get off. So we have to do 2-hour things. Hey, Willow, how you doing? Sorry that we're getting off. See, everybody jumps in right towards the end. It's a sign. No, don't. Now I gotta go. I told my brother came over today just to work with me on some film stuff. So I'm gonna push through and stay awake. I'm gonna make some coffee and do that stuff with him, who's gonna keep me company in my office now. Tomorrow night we'll go live again. I'm gonna have to start trying to go twice. Nicole gonna go work on SC. There you go. Yup. Keep that SC strong, and remember, whatever you're manifesting, it's easy to manifest. Stop putting the blocks on yourself. All right, guys, that's the 50 minutes. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to leave this video up. If you, like I said, if you want to check it out, I appreciate your support on my other channels. I hope they help you. A little distraction from everything or seeing the stuff with SP. You see real life success. Yes, come on. You got this. Yep. There we go. All right, guys. Sorry I'm jumping off early. We'll get it tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night, Yup. Good night, Dev. Good night, Nicole. Good night, Yup. Oh, I said Yup already. All right, everyone else. It's easy to manifest. Great affirmation. Thank you. Yes, exactly. It's easy to manifest. You already have it. See you guys. Love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow.